सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम बोलो स्वामी सद्गुरु शिवानंद महाराज की जय। ओम बोलो स्वामी विष्णुदेवानंद महाराज की जय। हरि ओम तत्सत। ओम नमः शिवाय। I offer my pranams to the lotus feet of our masters. I pray masters give us all the understanding. It is Swami who speaks. It's Swami who listens through all of us. Hari Om Tat Sat. We are in chapter 3. Till now we have seen sloka number 33. Till 33 we have seen. And we'll get 33, just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, we are in slokam number 33, right? So we have seen Krishna is explaining why they are not ready to follow my teachings, why they find flaw in my teachings. So Krishna is explaining for that in slokam number 33. Swasyaha prakritehe. Every individual have got their own prakriti. The prakriti that we have seen is matter, which is Maya. Here, this prakriti is every intellect, every individual has got swasyaha prakriti, their own individual, which is of their body, mind and intellect. So, they have their own nature of law. So, prakritim yanti bhutani. When all living beings follow their own nature, nigraha kim karishyati. What can restraint do? So you are saying that the prakriti, we are all born with the nature and we cannot change the nature. When the nature is too powerful, we will have to go by that. So Arjuna, if someone is not following my nature, they just follow their prakriti. This is what Krishna says. Sadrisham cheshtate, functioning according to their own prakriti. The prakriti means which was done earlier. Kriti, prakriti, which was done earlier. That could be from our earlier birth. So the samskaras, the vasanas, the past impressions, that is stored. Prakriti, we cannot change that. Vikriti is pervasion, which if we don't do anything, automatically that get into vikriti, that gets into pervasion. Samskriti, if we can do little modification, Krishna says all the time that I'm teaching is for your intellect, for your present. If you use that and do little modification, then it can implement, that can get into Samskriti. How do we relate this? Suppose we are buying a bungalow, which is a already constructed bungalow or an apartment, which we like it. All of us in the family like that apartment, so we buy that apartment. But there are certain things that we do not like it. What we can do? We cannot do anything for that prakriti, which is the structure. We cannot do any alteration. If you do any alteration to that structure, there will be pillar, and if you cannot break that, and if you do hamper with that, the entire building will collapse, vikriti. Now what you can do with the interior decorators, with the modification, you can make that place little beautiful. We can make that place pleasant, and that is through that intellectuals. That is through that intellect. Such modifications are called samskriti. When you are born with your own nature, no one can change it. With these teachings, you can apply these teachings into your present, and you can do little modification, and that will get into evolvement. So if every being acts only according to his nature, and no one is an exception to this, every being has got its own nature, then there is no scope for personal exertion. Okay, then why the teachings become purposeless? Krishna says in slokam number 34. Oh my God. Slokam number 34. Indriyasyendriyasyarte ragadveshau vyavastitau tayornavasamagachet tauhasya paripantinau. How do we know what type of Prakriti we belong to? What type of Prakriti I have? How do I come to know about this? One can know what type of Prakriti they have based on their raga dvesha, their likes and dislikes. Every one of us, immaterial of it, every one of us have our own likes and dislikes. This dislikes and likes are your Prakriti. Wise men or ignorant, knowledge doesn't have a say. Everybody have their own likes and dislikes, and that expresses on our senses. We would be living in the same roof, sisters, and same food we are eating, but your senses will act differently and your sister's senses will act differently. For example, your eyes will see an image and you will like, your sister will not like, and your sister will see an image she will like and you may not like. Same way, she might like, her ears might like loud music, your ears might like soft music. There is difference, right? Indriyasyendriyasyarte, for the sense objects we have these likes and dislikes. We have the preferences on colors. Some like music, some like the images which we like and which we don't like. We have a choice to suppress them. But is suppressing a good idea? Suppressing will only confuse your Prakriti. Even this we have seen in chapter 2. Suppressing is not a good idea. Suppressing will bring more confusion to the Prakriti. Indriyasyendriyasyarte ragadvesha vyavastitau. Vyavastitau means they are situated. These likes and dislikes are situated for the sense objects. The likes and dislikes are there. So what should we do? Okay, they are there. What should we do? Tayorna vasamagachet. Don't come into the sway of your likes and dislikes. That is based on your Prakriti. The impressions from the past. The present impressions are stored in your wisdom. The past impressions are your Prakriti. So, don't come under the sway of this likes and dislikes. Continue your duty. Suppose you take a task. We are talking about the karma, path of action. Suppose you take a task, and while performing the duty, there will be some disturbances which you do not like. There will be something that come in your way which you do not like it, that contribute to your dislike. What you can do? You can pick up the tolerance level and just tolerate them and accept them and keep moving on your duty. Keep moving on your path of action. We cannot eliminate that dislike from our path as it comes from the past. We cannot remove that. We cannot eliminate these likes and dislikes, but we can pick up the tolerance. We can overcome them by our tolerance level. So Krishna says, the teachings that I am giving are for your intellect. If you understand my teachings and choose what is right and wrong, follow that in the path of righteousness without coming under the sway of likes and dislikes. So he is also telling this to Arjuna. Arjuna, you are a Kshatriyan and your duty is to fight, and you have come into this battlefield. Now you are seeing your bandhus, your acharya, your pitamaha. You're seeing all of them in the opposite array, and you have allowed these likes and dislikes to come and disturb you in the path of your action. So Krishna says, do not sway under that likes and dislikes, just fight the war. For example, if the doctor is saying, suppose we have a small problem, we go to the doctor, and the doctor says, avoid these food and take these type of food. And when doctor says eat this kind of food and you don't like it at all, you have a choice. You can continue to eat what you like and make your body little more and more perish, or pick up the tolerance and eat what has been prescribed by the doctor, and that acceptance will become our sadhana. Paripantinau. Okay, when we are walking in the path of righteousness, when we are in the action, paripantinau means these likes and dislikes are paripantinau. They will snatch away your energy. They are looters. You are walking in the path and they would try to come and distract you. They will take away your energy and they will take you away from the path. The likes can take you away from the path, and the dislikes, they can make you run away from the battle. That's what is happening to Arjuna now. Arjuna doesn't like to do this war. Arjuna wants to run away from this battle. So if you give importance to these likes and dislikes, these likes can distract you from the path. The dislike can make you run away from the path. So likes and dislikes should not be the factor to determine your karma. So Arjuna, those who do not follow my teachings, they come under this likes and dislikes. Even though they know what is good, even though they know they are falling into this likes and dislikes, they would choose to fall into these likes and dislikes, and that is why they are not interested in following my teachings. That is why they say that this is all only for itikasa, it is only for Purana, Krishna can say, but practically it is impossible. Those kind of people are those who give importance to their likes and dislikes, and that is no good. Okay. Slokam number 35. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushtitat swadharme nidhanam shreyaha paradharmo bhayavaha. So Krishna is telling one more thing. Swadharma. Stay in tune with your swadharma. The Prakriti, to understand. Swasyaha Prakriti. Understand and be in tune with your Prakriti. It is good when you follow the path of righteousness without getting into the sway of likes and dislikes. Arjuna is a Kshatriya, he is a Rajasic person. Now he is advising Arjuna, remain like a Kshatriya and perform his duties. Remaining in tune with your Swadharma is better, Shreyas, it is better than Paradharma Tvanushtitat. Paradharma means following others' duties, following others' path, Paradharma, following others and imitating others. It is better to follow your own duty, that is Shreya. Swadharma is Shreya, Shreya is better. Paradharma Tanushtitat, following others. Paradharma, duties prescribed for others. When following that, imitating others, it is not good. Even though there is vigunaha, there is defect in following your own nature, your own Swadharma, even though you feel there are some defects in it, it is better to follow that path instead of getting into the others' duties prescribed for others. And that would only When you follow paradharmat, or others' duty, it will only make you perish. So make little more understanding, follow the teachings and follow your own path, even though there are some flaws in it. And it is not advisable to follow the others. And he is also giving one more example, one more word. It is better to follow your own Prakriti and die. Nidanam. Nidanam means die, death. It is better to follow your own Prakriti, your own Swadharma, and die and face the death rather than paradharmat swanushtitat, following others' duties. It is not going to help you. For example, my grandmother also used to say, the sugar and the salt. The sugar will have to do is its taste. The salt will be its taste. They cannot change their nature. They cannot change the nature. The same way, whatever is prescribed for us, even though that is little, that has lot of flaw, it is better to, it is shreyas, it is better to follow that. Swadharma nidanam, it is shreyaha, it is better to die in our dharma, in our own prakriti, than to imitate someone else. That will lead to paradharma bhayavahaha. It will lead to more danger. Paradharma, following others' duties, will make you bhayavahaha, more danger, and it will bring more fear and it will bring more bondage. Okay, now Krishna is explaining all the method of Karma Yoga. Step by step, everything is telling, he's guiding. Arjuna has got a doubt now. In slokam number 36, Arjuna is raising his doubt. Arjuna vacha atakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anischannapi varshneya bhaladivani yojitaha. Varshneya means Krishna. It's a name for Krishna, the one who born in the family of Vrishni. Vrishni is a kulam, born in that following that Vrishni kula, the lineage of Vrishni. So Arjuna vacha, Arjuna is asking Krishna, what is sin? They say do's and don'ts. It looks like the don'ts list is too big. If we follow this don't list, we will end up not living itself. It looks like that. So what is sin? Tell me, Krishna, what is this sin? And why is a person impelled to commit those sinful acts? Ata kena prayukto. What is that propels one to commit that sin? I am Purusha, any human being. For any human being, what is that is forcing him to commit this sin? Anischanam. Sometimes when the people do some action, it is even against their own liking. Anischan, they don't even want to do. But what is that is compelling them to do? Arjuna is asking Krishna, what is that is compelling? Baladiva, what is forcing them? Baladiva means forcing. Ata kena, what is that? Many a times we know that the particular action is against our own conviction. We know it is not right. Our wisdom, our intelligence clearly tells us that it is not right. But something forces us to do that action. So Arjuna is asking now, what is that action? After hearing this mechanism of all the actions which Krishna was explaining all these verses, now Arjuna is asking a doubt. Krishna, please tell me, why a Purusha? Purusha means it is not only men, it is a human being. Why a Purusha is forced to commit a sin? See, no one does a sin by not knowing. In case you really don't know what is good or bad, and when you do a bad thing, that is not sin. Sin is only when you know what is wrong, but you are tempted to make a compromise with your intellectual convictions, though your conviction strongly says that it is wrong, you are tempted to satisfy your sensual pleasure. That action is called a sin. I know it is wrong. I know I should not do it. We have seen this in the chapter 2 also. Still, to satisfy my immediate needs, I am doing that action. Now, Arjuna is asking, what is that is forcing you to do that action? And Krishna answers that in the next stanza, next slokam. Slokam number 37. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Kama Yesha Krodha Esha Rajoguna Samudbhavaha Mahasano Mahapapma Vidyena Miha Vairinam. Bhagavan Vacha. Now Krishna, the Supreme, is speaking. Main cause for the sin that person is forced by Kama Yesha Krodha Esha, by desire and anger. Though it looks like two different, desire and anger, they always they come together. They get converted into one another. The power of desire that gets converted into anger. Both of them, they arises when a person is into Rajogunam. We have seen in the earlier chapters, 3 gunas, Sattvagunam, Rajogunam, Tamasagunam. Now, when a person arises in this Rajogunam, this Kamam and Krodham, that comes. There is another version also to it. This Kamam and Krodham comes when a person is in Rajogunam, and Rajogunam comes when a person is in Kamam and Krodham. Both are true. A person overpowered by the desire, he or she becomes completely helpless. When we keep on thinking about our likes all the time, this is what I want, this is what I like, this is what I like, this is what I like. When we keep on thinking about our likes, that gets converted into desire. When we keep on thinking, what is that we don't like? I don't like this, I don't like this. And that gets converted into anger. This Kamam and Krodham are Vairinam. They are enemies. We have seen earlier, Raga Dvesha are looters. They snatch away your peace and they snatch away your energy. Now this Kamam and Krodham are Vairinam. They are your enemies. Desires are much deeper in the unconscious mind, and when they are overpowered by this Kamam and Krodham, it covers your knowledge. And when the knowledge is covered, when the wisdom gets covered, that leads into destruction. That Purusha will get into deep trouble. Slokam number 38. Dhumena vriyate bhannir yatadarsho malena cha yatolbhena vrito garbaha Tatha tena damavrutam. He is giving how this knowledge gets covered in this sloka. Just as dhumena vannihi. Just dhumena means smoke. Vanni means fire. Just as the fire is covered by the smoke. Fire shows light. Smoke shows the darkness. The fire is covered by the smoke. Dhumena vriyati vanni. Just like Malena Adarsho. Malena means dust. Adarsha means mirror. When the mirror, which shows our image, when the mirror is masked by dust. Just as Garbhasthatha Yatol Bhena Vrito Garbhasthatha. Garbha. Like embryo, this Garbha is covered by the womb. Like he is giving these 3 examples. references for us to understand how this knowledge gets covered by this kamam and krodham. We cannot make when the just as the fire is covered by the smoke, just as the mirror is masked by the dust. The mirror which clearly shows our image, when it is masked by the dust, we cannot see that image. The same way, the knowledge cannot be seen when it is covered by this dark kamam and krodham. Arjuna, these kamam and krodham, understand them as your enemies because they cover your knowledge. Like fire is enveloped by the smoke, like mirror is enveloped by the dust, like embryo is enveloped by covered by the womb. This wisdom, this knowledge that is enveloped by, that is covered by the desire and anger. Now, what is the source of, now we know this kamam and krodham, it is covering our knowledge. Now, what is the source of this? What is that source of this kamam and krodham? Krishna explains in slokam number 39. Avritam jnanametena jnanino nitya vairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpure nana lena cha. Avritam jnanametena. This knowledge, avritam, it is covered by this kamam and krodham. Wisdom is required to follow the path of righteousness. When the wisdom is there and the wisdom is covered by the sway of likes and dislikes, is what we have seen. Avritam jnanametena jnanino nitya vairina. This kamam and krodham are constantly nitya vairina. They are perpetual enemies. Nitya vairina. They are your perpetual enemies for jnaninaha. Jnaninaha means for wise person, for learned person. This kamam and krodham are perpetual enemies. For ignorant person, these desires are their enemies. They don't even feel that the desires are their enemies. So what, for wise person, okay, we say this kamam and krodham are nitya vairina, they are perpetual enemies. Through their knowledge, application of Krishna's teaching, they will work on it. But for ignorant people, what is that? They don't even know that the desires are their enemies. They will not even know this desire is what is causing them sorrow. The desire is what is causing them anger, sleeplessness, fear, jealousy, diseases like BP, cholesterol, sugar problem, diabetics, kidney problem, liver problem. All these are because of their desires. They don't even know. Maybe they can realize it after it, or there are some people, they will not even realize that at any stage. For ignorant people, they will not even know that the desires are their enemies. Nitya vairina, they are their perpetual enemies. Kama rupena kaunteya. Kaunteya means Kuntiputra. Hey Arjuna, the enemies come in the rupam of kamam. The desire propels into activity. With this, we'll stop today's session. We'll continue on this sloka little deeper on the second line meaning tomorrow. Keeping your back straight, we'll chant Om 3 times. Om, Om, Om. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bolo Swami Sadguru Shivananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Bolo Swami Vishnu Devananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Hari Om. That's it. Thank you so much for joining the session. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Enjoy a beautiful evening. See you tomorrow, same time, 4 o'clock in Shivananda India page. Stay safe.